Hola, welcome to my capstone presentation. My name is Mia Padilla and I'm a senior here at Locust Grove High School, and I am an applicant for the International Skills Diploma Seal. Please allow me to introduce myself to you. I come from an eclectic cultural family. My father is both Spaniard and Mexican, and my mother is Irish. As a part of my heritage, I have always been prone to the Spanish language. From as young as I can remember, I was immersed into the Spanish culture. My abuela would teach me Spanish, from asking "dame huevos" in the morning to saying "dame un beso" as we were saying goodbye to each other. I have been an active member of the Spanish National Honor Society for 2 years now, and a part of the Student Government Association for 4 years. While balancing my memberships with a few clubs, I also play on the girls' varsity soccer team here at LGHS, and hold a manager position at GH Bass & Company and the Tanger Outlets. I wish to obtain the diploma seal because to me, it represents all of my hard work that I have put into learning the Spanish language and culture. This seal also will encourage me to keep striving to achieve my future goals, minoring in Spanish and becoming a future anesthesiologist. In my years at Locust Grove High School, I have taken Spanish 1, Honors Spanish 2, 3, and 4. I am also a third-year student in the school's rigorous third-year healthcare program, which has allowed me to shadow doctors, EMTs, and different varieties of nurses. With being in the Spanish Society and student government, I spend a lot of time volunteering at facilities around the Henry County area and as well as in our own school. I have partaken in visiting the Westbury Health Center for 3 years now around Christmas time to give the occupants goodie bags and sing Spanish songs. Surprisingly, even the non-Spanish natives know the songs. All of my experiences within the Spanish culture has brought me to understand and see other cultures in different perspectives. My 4 years here in Spanish has taught me the biggest life lessons that, through hard work and perseverance, you can achieve your highest goals. I am currently enrolled in Honors Spanish 4, the most rigorous and yet exciting high level of Spanish that I've ever taken. This course was referred to me by Senora Reyes, and I am so happy I took it. This class offers an in-depth learning experience of the Spanish culture. We learned about the famous artists such as Juan Miró and Diego Rivera. This class isn't like any other Spanish class. We speak in Spanish as if we were in a Spanish-speaking country. This class is mostly oral project-based, and in each project that we are given to do, we must stand up in front of the class and speak in nothing but Spanish. We are graded on how well we pronounce the language and speak fluently with no pauses. Recently, we had a project where we had to create our own children's book based off a Spanish-speaking country, and my chosen country was Puerto Rico. While coming up with ideas on what I was going to write about, I first had to research into the culture and history of Puerto Rico. Because of being in this course, it wasn't difficult finding the perfect idea for my book. This course has definitely shaped my way of thinking. I am not as closed-minded as I used to be, or as other humans are. I think of different cultures to be very interesting as I have studied the Spanish culture and the way things are said differently and done differently. In the world, we are taught to think in a certain way based on the environment that we grow up in. But once I started this course, through writing, speaking, reading, and listening in Spanish, I wanted to travel to more countries and learn, such as Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic. This course has already benefited me through my ability to hold a decent conversation in Spanish and actually sound educated. This course has offered me the benefit of knowing more than the average incoming freshman at any college, and will prepare me for my minor in Spanish that I plan to receive from Georgia State. Not only will this course help me prepare for college Spanish classes, it will also help me in my postgraduate years in the medical field. Being able to break the barrier between two individuals will help any human that speaks solely Spanish that is in need. Recently, I was a part of a World Language Fair held at Stockbridge High School. The World Language Fair invited schools in the Henry County School District to participate in any chosen area they desired. This fair wasn't focused on any certain language. There were schools that taught French, Spanish, and German. A group of my friends from the society and I chose to do the Spanish cultural dance and also compete in the film division. To prepare for our competitions, we practiced for months, getting together during our spare time during the school day to prepare for our first dance competition. We had a mixed variety of Spanish songs, and we each incorporated little segments of choreography that fit our personalities. Our group was very excited to participate in the dance competition because we all love to sing and dance to the new Spanish songs. For our film division, we all were a part of it. My Honors Spanish 4 class and I were the actors. We made up a script for the film and practiced our lines one day in class. We then had our leader of the video use her phone to video us in class. In the video, my role was the narrator of the story. It took us a few tries to get the video down because, after all, when you're with some of your best friends, you tend to laugh a lot. On Saturday, March 18th, 2017, we all drove to Stockbridge High to compete. We all had the support from members of our society to cheer us on, and I think I speak for everyone when I say it was very nerve-wracking. But we all encouraged each other and told each other that we were going to do amazing. And as we sat and watched before our division came up, we heard some amazing performances. My favorite talent had to be the duo that sang in French. It was absolutely beautiful. Hearing the different language brought goosebumps upon me, because after learning and studying the Spanish language, you hear a lot of different languages and realize that the person singing did the same exact thing that you did. Once it was our turn to perform, we went to the stage and showed this audience that we had worked so hard and we represented our culture and school with such ebullience. It felt so good to dance after all the time and hard work we put into it. While we were dancing, our video that our class made was being judged. At the ceremony, we won first place in our film division, and we came in third place for dancing. It was one of the most amazing experiences I have ever had. Seeing the different paintings representing different religions and cultures in the world was truly amazing. It made me realize that there is so much more to see and learn in the world than what you learn in school. From what I experienced at the World Language Fair, I learned that all languages have their own beauty and all are unique, and that there are different cultures and languages in one area. That means that they all can get together and become a whole, and that differences don't matter. One of the most memorable community service projects and really traditions I participate in this year was the visiting of the Westbury Health Center in McDonough, Georgia. Every year, the Spanish Society visits the center around Christmas time after collecting small toiletries throughout the year as gifts. This year, we went to visit the elderly people on December the 9th. We all met at the facility and wore matching red Santa hats in order to be festive. Once we got inside of the health center, we immediately gathered around the first set of rooms we encountered and started singing well-known Christmas songs like Feliz Navidad and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. While we were singing, we were passing out little bags that held small supplies and cozy socks. The occupants of the health center were so thankful and appreciative of our cheerful singing and little gifts. Even while we were singing our songs, the occupants joined in, and we all sang loud and proud. It was honestly the sweetest thing anyone could ever encounter. The reason we go visit the elderly home around Christmas is because we know that their families don't often go see them around the holiday times. And we just wanted to even bring some warmth to them and make them feel loved and special. Each experience is always different when visiting Westbury. We always make new friends and make everyone that stays there smile. It's one of the best feelings in the world to know that you can brighten somebody's day just by singing some Christmas carols. I feel like the occupants at Westbury enjoy our company every Christmas, because when we are there, we actually have conversations with them and make them feel normal again. From visiting Westbury every year, I have learned that everyone wants to feel loved and somewhat important. So we have to spread happiness around, because even the slightest thing could make anyone's day 10 times better. Whenever we get ready to leave and we're done passing out our gifts, the nurses always come up and say, "Oh wow, they're very nice and they loved your visit." And we take that into consideration every year, and that's why we go back each and every year, because we know that it means so much to them. As we all know, not all healthcare facilities are the best, and what we try to do in our Spanish society is we try to make it a wonderful time for them around the holidays. In conclusion, I have learned many things in my life, but one of the best things is the knowledge I have gained while learning in my years of Spanish. Throughout my 4 years of Spanish, I have endured many hard times, but I have always persevered. All of these tiny little lessons have become one big lesson. Whatever you go through or whatever you endure, don't let it affect your sight on your goals. Go after them, achieve them. Don't turn your back on your friends or family, regardless of what's to come. Be the one to overcome all obstacles. Be the one to put yourself out there. Be the one to make a difference in this world. Dance like no one's watching and make memories. Make a name for yourself. To achieve our goals, we must start somewhere. Just like Socrates said, to move the world, we must move ourselves. Thank you for listening to my journey and experiences throughout my 4 years of Spanish. I feel as I have worked tediously over the years to achieve my goals, and I have let nothing stop me. Again, thank you for listening. Adios. In conclusion, I have learned many things in my life, but one of